All right, let's just jump right in. We've all been there, right? You're completely exhausted, you finally collapse into bed, and just as you're about to drift off, bam, your brain decides it's party time. And the guests? Every single worry, every to do, every awkward thing you said in 2007. It's so frustrating, and honestly, just exhausting. So, in this explainer, we're going to walk through some really clear, simple steps to help you finally tame that overthinking mind.
Yeah, does this feel a little too familiar? I mean, the irony is just wild. Your body is totally drained, it's begging for rest, but your mind? Oh, it's decided to run a full on marathon. It's that feeling, like there's an on switch stuck in your brain and you just can't find the off button. So let's figure out what's really going on here.
Okay, so to get a real handle on this, we first have to understand what we're actually up against. I think it helps to put a name to it? So let's call it what it feels like: the midnight mind race. And that really is the experience in a nutshell. We're not just talking about a few stray thoughts here. No, it's a flood. Your brain just latches onto a problem and then another and another. It's replaying conversations, drafting those emails you have to send tomorrow, and running through every single what if scenario you can possibly imagine. And it always seems to happen right when all the distractions of the day finally fade away. And listen, if you're sitting there nodding along right now, I want you to know you are so not alone in this. It turns out about 1 in every 3 adults struggles with this exact same thing. So this isn't some personal failing on your part, not at all. It's actually an incredibly common part of modern life. Okay, so we get what it feels like, and we know it's super common. But the real question, the big one, is why? Why does our brain feel like it's betraying us right when we need it to just be quiet? Let's dig into the causes and figure out why your brain just won't quit.
Well, it turns out there's actually a scientific name for this whole thing: cognitive hyperarousal. And that sounds fancy, but it's super important because it grounds this problem in biology. See, it's not just you thinking too much. It's a real state where your brain's ancient threat detection system, that fight or flight response, is basically stuck in the on position. It's keeping you hyper alert right when you should be powering down for the night.
So, what triggers this state of hyperarousal? Well, there are a few usual suspects. Daily stress? That's a huge one. Our brain just gets stuck in problem solving mode. Then there's poor sleep hygiene. Stuff like going to bed at different times every night, that plays a massive role. And of course, lifestyle factors. Think about that late afternoon coffee that keeps your engine revving way into the night. And yeah, sometimes it can be linked to other underlying conditions, which is always good to be aware of. And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? It's like looking at two sides of the same coin. On one side, you've got all the habits that just pour fuel on the fire: that late caffeine, staring at your phone in bed, a totally chaotic schedule. But on the other side, that's the path forward. It's the simple stuff? A consistent routine, a relaxing space. These are the things that actually tell your brain and body, hey, it's time to rest. And seeing this contrast, that's the key to finding a real solution. Okay, enough about the problem, right? We get it, we know what it is, we know what causes it. Now for the good part, the most important part: what can we actually do about it? Let's jump into some real, actionable solutions for reclaiming that quiet mind. So, your first line of defense is to build a better bedtime routine. Seriously, your body and brain love consistency, so setting a regular schedule is step one. Step two, and listen, this is a big one: you've got to power down those screens. That blue light from your phone or TV literally stops your body from making melatonin, the sleep hormone. Next, create a sleep sanctuary. Think cool, dark, and quiet. And finally, start a ritual that signals to your brain, hey, we're winding down now. Maybe it's reading a real book, taking a warm bath, whatever feels good to you. I really want to pause on this for a second because this is such a powerful way to reframe the whole issue. So often we try to fight our thoughts, right? We try to force them out of our heads, which, let's be honest, only makes them scream louder. The crucial shift in thinking here is that the goal isn't an empty mind. That's almost impossible. The goal is to calm your nervous system. When you do that, the mind naturally settles down on its own. It's way more achievable and honestly a much more effective approach. So, how do we actually do that? How do we calm the nervous system? Well, here's a little toolkit of proven techniques you can try. Deep breathing, that's like a direct hotline to your body's relaxation response. Progressive muscle relaxation is amazing for releasing all that physical tension you might not even realize you're holding on to. Mindfulness helps you stay in the present moment instead of time traveling to future worries. And journaling, I love this one. Think of it like an external hard drive for your brain. You just dump all your worries onto the page so they don't have to keep spinning around in your head.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground here, from the why all the way to a whole toolkit of solutions. And I get it, it can feel like a lot to take in. So let's bring it all home. Let's focus on how you can take one very first step tonight and start making these changes actually stick.
First things first, forget trying to do everything at once. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, here is your quick start guide. I just want you to pick one of these 3 things to try tonight. Just one. You could put your phone away an hour before bed, or you could grab a notebook and just write down whatever's on your mind. Or maybe you just lie in bed and focus on 5 minutes of slow, deep breathing. That is it. One small, totally manageable step. And that brings us to the final and I think most important question. And this one is for you. After everything we've talked about, what is the one small change, that one first step that you are going to commit to trying tonight to start getting some of that quiet back? Because really, the power to change this starts with that one small choice.